our lightning lane friends, please make sure it is your time. We will not let you in early.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
It's Twin Day, which means let's go. I'm going to be your safari tour guide through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve today. So for your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck at all times. If we have any cell phones, cameras, or other handheld objects that we might drop over the truck, make sure we keep a good grip on those. For everything we do drop, I cannot promise will be returned to you in the same condition you dropped it in. You're going to spot the animal spotting guide. These are some animals that we will see out here on the reserve today. Now, I cannot promise we will see all of them, but I guarantee you we're going to see at least one of them. We are now entering the Eternity Forest, our very first stop on the Wildlife Reserve. You can see our first animals of the day, the okapi. Now, the okapi are distinctively known for their zebra-like stripes on their behind and legs, although believe it or not, they are not related to the zebra. Their closest living relative is the giraffe. On the left-hand side, just up on the hill to our left, you're going to see some bongos kind of behind us. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest for how hard they are to find. Their horns are bent on females. They do not have their horns, while the male's horns can get all the way up to about 5 feet long. They even share a giraffe tongue. Guess they're the only animal in the world can lick the inside of their own ear. Yum. Our way towards the Sabi River. And yes, as the name suggests, there is plenty of water. And yes, where there is water, there is life. These big white birds you see on the right-hand side, these are called pink-backed pelicans. Now they get that name because during their mating season, their backs actually turn a light pink, almost like they're blushing. You also see these big blackbirds. These are called Florida vultures. They are not part of our reserve, but they sure do like to borrow it. Oh yeah, look, he just popped up. There's our hippo. He's eating a piece of cabbage. They must have just fed hippo. Yes, hippos are massive animals, but your babies can weigh all the way up to 85 pounds. They can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time. And a group of hippos is called a bloat. There's actually another one down there on the bottom left. But look to our left-hand side, just below those people, because we actually have some Nile crocodiles.
How can they do that?
Yes, you'll sometimes see those Nile crocodiles with their mouth all the way open. This is actually them releasing body temperature. Yes, I'm not sure if you've ever seen a baby crocodile in the mouth of its mama before, but it's one of the cutest things in the world, and I urge you to look it up. And now take a look at this tree on our right-hand side. No, not that tree, this tree. It's called the baobab tree, also known as the tree of life or the upside down tree. It gets that name because it really does look like that tree is growing upside down out of the ground. It gets that root. And as we snake our way down here, we are actually entering the savanna, home to some of the most popular and sought after animals in all of Africa. And yes, on the right-hand side, I know you guys cannot miss it, the Maasai giraffe. You actually see quite a few of them all the way around. Maasai giraffes are known for their messy spots along the coat. Yes, you'll notice they have a very dark blue, almost purple colored tongue. They get this from how much they eat all day, every day. Yes, they actually eat around 18 to 20 hours a day. Yes. Crazy. Not only do they eat that much, but they actually only sleep for about 30 minutes a day.
30?
Yeah, I know, I could never survive on 30 minutes of sleep. I could easily eat 20 hours a day. Right below the small green tree, they're all laying down in the shade.
I can't see that far. I don't have my glasses.
Oh, they're just
Crossing.
just crossing the street. What's up, buddy?
They're known to fight off just about anything, including lions. Now, do you guys see these tall, large dirt structures on our left and right hand side? Does anyone actually know what these are? They're not anthills, they're actually termite mounds. They're made of three things: saliva, dirt, and dung. Yum. It's a beautiful view of our giraffes. Because she has her tongue sticking out of her mouth. Yes, a group of giraffes is called a tower.
Tower.
And a fun little fact about them: mama giraffes actually give birth standing up. So their babies do have a 6-foot drop all the way down to the ground, provoking to take their very first breath, called the breath of life.
I like it.
Yes, you'll notice just how long their tongue is. If you want a comparison for about how long their tongue can get, measure your fingertips to your elbow. That's about how long their arm can be, or their tongue can be. Yes, it's about the size of your entire arm and hand. They're called prehensile in Africa. You can see them waving their ears like big floppy ears.
Baby, that one.
Or big floppy fans. They do that to keep themselves cool. Because they'll actually shovel all of that food with their trunk into their mouth. They use it just like we can use our hands. But we're going to get a little bit closer view of these elephants. Don't worry, I do know every road out here. Okay, scratch that. I know almost every road out here. And right around this corner is... Nah, we'll take it. What are the odds that I fall off this thing twice today? Oh, we can do it. We're almost there. Just a little more. Whew! Hakuna Matata, we made it! And I was only sweating a little. Alright, as we head on this bridge, right? Yes, elephants will actually eat the red clay off of the wall. Actually, look right here on the right hand side is a perfect example. Elephants will dig their tusk into the wall, into the red clay, I mean, and they'll eat it to get all the minerals and vitamins that they would not typically get out of their natural diet. And here we are. Here's the second elephant yard I was looking at. A little bit of a detour, but that's okay. Actually, if you look way off in the distance on the left-hand side, you'll see our female African elephant out there. Not much of a difference between her and the males other than a few thousand pounds. Yes, male African elephants weigh around 14,000 pounds, while the females weigh around 9,000 pounds. We also do have a quote-unquote baby elephant here, right there on the left-hand side drinking the water. You see her over there? We'll get a little closer to you, don't worry. Now, I say quote-unquote baby for a reason. She is about 6 years old. So not much of a baby anymore, but she is still very, very small. There's more wildebeest there on the right-hand side as well. Check out our female African elephants. And yes, there is our baby elephant. Yes, I'm not sure. If you look at this closest elephant, you'll actually see what she's doing. They do not drink water through their trunks like cartoons make it seem to be. Now they actually will suck it into their trunk and blow it back into their mouth. It's actually a really good way to add some extra flavor. To the left-hand side, you're going to see, you're also going to hear the greater flamingos. Yes, now these are the lightest pink of all the flamingos in the world. Yes, these are a little different than the typical zebras we see, mainly in their hooves. They're a little bit smaller because they do long and higher altitudes. And a group of zebras is called a dazzle. And the flamingos, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. Also, take a look at that island they're standing on. Looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Now, this reserve is probably a lot larger color, but actually due to a mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word "wide" right now, meaning wide, for their wide mouths. If they are foragers, they will eat all the grass on the ground that they can find. As their horns are also made of keratin, the same thing that our fingernails and hair are made out of, so they do continue to grow, and they just shave them down on anything they can find. And to the right-hand side on the ground, a little bunny. Not part of the reserve, but once again, very cute.
Also very frozen.
And to our left-hand side, it's a little hard to see, right by my driver door, we have a cheetah. Do you see her? Right this way is a cheetah by the tree. It's the fastest land mammals in the world, reaching speeds of over 60 miles an hour. And when they hit those high speeds, they can only maintain them for a few hundred yards before they have to slow back down.
看见了，在上面看着咱们。
And some of the only animals in Africa that choose to hunt during the daytime. The Kobe Rocks. Look at the big man himself sitting up on top. Yes, that is one of our lions. Now, do you guys actually know what he's doing?
No.
He's lying down. They actually do lie down quite a lot. Yes, lions will actually sleep around 18 to 20 hours a day.
Oh no.
Yes, if you do the math correctly, lions are actually only awake for about 3 years of their entire life. Unfold a little secret that I only tell one truck a day. So those lions, you might have actually seen them before. Disney had a team come out here, do some photos of them, bring them into a little movie that you might have heard of before called the live-action Lion King. That was Nala and Simba that you just saw. Yeah, met a couple celebrities today and you didn't even know it.
They're stars.
To the right-hand side, check it out, we have an ostrich. The fastest two-legged animal in the world, reaching speeds of up to 40 miles an hour. Now, those are our female ostriches. They do have their brown and gray feathers, while males have black and white feathers. Yes, ostrich eggs are extremely strong. I can actually stand on top of them and they would not even crack. And they are beloved for their cheese and milk. And since they're so small, you can house a lot more of them than you typically could regular cattle. You see that black, white, and brown one with the white spots? He's very important. Do you know why?
Why?
He is my favorite. A fun fact about the Nigerian deer too. Looking at all these beautiful animals. Now, if you're not quite ready for your animal viewing to end just yet, you can always check out the Gorilla Falls hiking trail. It's about a 15 to 20 minute easy hike that allows you to see, yes, you guessed it, some gorillas. Almost some naked mole rats, even a bird aviary you can walk through. If you thought those Nigerian dwarf goats were cute, you can actually go pet them if you take the Planet Watch for Tiki train. Because you can actually go up there and pet those dwarf goats. That's what I'd be doing if I wasn't here right now. If you want to help any of the animals out here, you can always donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. Donate as little as $1 to any one of our Disney merchandise stores. Disney will match that donation dollar to dollar. And you get a cool button for doing it. For any wilderness explorers on board, you have been on the Symbol 1. That is the name of my truck. And the name of myself is Clayton. Yes, just like the villain from Tarzan. If you have any questions for me, questions for the safari, or questions about Animal Kingdom in general, always feel free to stop by and say hello.